There is a version of you that appears when the world finally gets quiet. Not the one who rushes out of the door with wet hair. Not the one eating standing up in the kitchen. Not the one answering messages while half dressed and half present. But the one who moves slowly. The one who lights a candle even if no one is coming. The one who wears perfume even if she isn't leaving the house. The one who plates her food. Not to impress anyone, but because life itself deserves beauty. We often save our best for the outside world, the soft voice for work, the nice dishes for guests, the expensive scent for events, and then at home. We live in survival. We rush through showers, eat from containers, wear whatever is closest. And slowly, without realizing it, our private world becomes chaotic. But true elegance doesn't begin in public. It begins in private, in the way you care for your body, when no one is watching, in the way you treat your home, when no one is visiting, in the way you nourish yourself, when there is no audience. Today, I'm not sharing a routine. I'm inviting you into a reset, a soft luxury reset, through hygiene, through scent, through home, through nourishment, through connection, and through quiet time with God. Stay until the end, because this is not about one cozy moment. It's about creating a private standard. That changes how you begin your week. Hello, my loves. I'm Elisa, image consultant and luxury lifestyle educator. And here on Return to Elegance, we don't perform femininity, we practice it. If you're ready to move through life with more softness, more beauty, and more intention, subscribe. 1. The vessel. Beauty, hygiene, and scent. Soft luxury doesn't begin with what you wear. It begins with how you care for the body you live in. Because when the vessel feels neglected, everything else feels heavy. And when it feels cared for, you move differently. For me, this reset always begins with water. Not a rushed shower in between tasks, but a pause. A moment where I'm not answering anyone, not solving anything, not performing, just returning. I like to begin by preparing the atmosphere first. A warm towel ready, a soft robe waiting, a candle lit nearby, sometimes even a drop of lavender or rose oil placed in the shower corner so the steam carries the scent. Because hygiene is not only about being clean, it is about how you feel in your own skin. Instead of rushing through the process, I treat it like restoration. A gentle body wash that feels nurturing rather than aggressive. A scrub, not because I must exfoliate, but because removing the weight of the week from your skin feels symbolic. Letting go, resetting, beginning again, and afterward. Moisture, soft, generous moisture. A body oil or cream that you massage slowly into your skin. Not mechanically, but intentionally, because touch matters, even your own. Then comes scent. And this is where identity shifts quietly. I always say, don't save your best perfume for the outside world. Wear it at home. Yes, even when you are alone. When I wear my rose and oud scent at home, I sit differently. I walk slower. I speak softer. I remember who I am. Scent is not decoration. It is atmosphere for your identity. You don't need 20 products, just a few that feel like care. A nourishing lotion, a beautiful oil, a signature scent that turn hygiene from a task into a ritual, and even something as small as brushed hair, clean nails, soft lips, creates a subtle internal shift. You are no longer surviving the day. You are inhabiting yourself. This is how femininity begins, not in performance, but in reverence. 2. The sanctuary, home, flowers, and atmosphere. After the vessel comes the space that holds her. Because your home is not just where you live, it is where your nervous system rests. It is the soil where your softness either grows or struggles to survive. Many women think self-care must happen outside, at a spa, at a retreat, on a trip, but real restoration happens in the spaces you return to every day. So instead of waiting for a special occasion, I create one at home. It begins with light, not harsh overhead lighting, but softer layers. A candle on the kitchen counter, a lamp instead of a ceiling light. The quiet flicker of something warm. Because softness in your environment invites softness in you. Then, scent. Not just perfume for your body, but scent for your space. A diffuser, a gentle room spray, even fresh laundry drying nearby. When your home smells clean, warm, alive, you breathe differently. And breathing differently changes how you live. And of course, flowers. I always keep something living nearby. It doesn't have to be grand. A small bouquet, a single stem, even greenery. Because beauty is not decoration, it is nourishment. When your eyes land on something beautiful during an ordinary moment, your system settles, the world slows. You remember that life is not only tasks, it is experience. Order matters too, not perfection, but calm. Clear surfaces, folded textiles, a made bed, not for guests, but for yourself. Because waking up and returning to a space that feels peaceful removes invisible tension from your day. You don't even realize how much noise clutter creates until it's gone. This is how your home becomes a sanctuary, not a showroom, not a performance, but a place where beauty supports you quietly, where the woman you are becoming can actually breathe. If you are listening to this and thinking, I don't just want inspiration, I want this to become my normal, that is exactly why I created the Return to Elegance Masterclass. Because this lifestyle is not built through candles and routines alone. It is built through identity. Inside the masterclass, we go deeper into how to create a life that supports your softness, how to build elegance into your daily structure, how to align your appearance, behavior, and environment. So beauty is no longer something you visit, but something you live in. If you are ready to move from romantic moments to a refined lifestyle, the masterclass is linked below. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about returning to the woman you were created to be. 3. The nourishment, cooking and plating. Self-care is not only what you apply to your skin, it is what you place on your plate somewhere along the way. We normalize feeding ourselves in survival mode, standing in the kitchen, eating from containers, rushing through meals. But nourishment is not meant to feel like an afterthought. It is meant to feel like care. So one of the most powerful resets I practice is bringing restaurant-quality intention into ordinary meals. Not complexity, but presence. A warm, simple meal cooked at home, with real attention, has more restorative power than something rushed and expensive eaten outside. Because here, you control the pace, the atmosphere, the love in the preparation. It can be as simple as a beautifully seasoned roasted vegetable, a warm soup, fresh bread with olive oil, a clean, nourishing protein. The point is not perfection. The point is intentionality. And then, plating. This is where everything changes. We often save our beautiful dishes for guests. But what if the most important person you ever served was your own life? Plating your food is not vanity. It is gratitude. It is a quiet prayer that says, I honor what sustains me. Instead of eating from packaging, I place my meal on a plate. Sometimes I add fresh herbs, a slice of lemon, a drizzle of olive oil, not to impress anyone, but to remind myself this moment matters. And when possible, I extend this care to those I love. A shared meal at home does more than nourish the body. It nourishes connection, eye contact, conversation, presence. Self-care is not selfishness. It is preparation, so you can show up, full, not depleted, for yourself, for your family, for the life entrusted to you. 4. The connection, loved ones and soft power. True self-care does not isolate you from the people you love. It equips you to show up for them. From fullness, not exhaustion, there is a version of connection. That happens when we are depleted. Short answers. Distracted listening, half presence. We sit together, but we are elsewhere. And then there is soft power, the kind that flows from a woman who has taken time to return to herself. She speaks slower. She listens fully. She is not rushing to the next task. She is there. One of the most beautiful resets is bringing your best presence into your relationships, not saving your softness for strangers, but offering it at home. This can look like sitting together without phones, making eye contact during conversation, asking thoughtful questions, laughing without hurry, serving a meal with intention. Small gestures, but they change the emotional climate of a home. Soft luxury is not only candles and perfumes. It is how your loved ones feel when they are around you. Do they feel rushed or received? Even in busy seasons, even as a single mother, even in demanding weeks, connection can exist in small moments. A warm greeting, a calm tone, a gentle touch, a shared laugh at the table. When you are well cared for internally, you stop reacting and begin responding. You create peace instead of chasing it, because the most elegant atmosphere is not created by decor. It is created by the emotional tone of the woman who lives there. 5. Devotional time. Returning to source. There is a place where self-care becomes deeper than routine, a place where it stops being about performance and becomes restoration. Because at some point, no candle, no perfume, no beautiful meal can give you the strength that only stillness with God can. Devotional time is not another task. It is the moment you remove the mask, the moment you stop being the mother, the professional, the strong one, the composed one, and simply become His daughter. This is where you lay down the noise of the week, the expectations, the pressure to always be on, the quiet exhaustion no one sees. You don't need perfection here. You don't need eloquent prayers. Sometimes it is simply sitting, breathing, opening scripture, letting truth speak where noise has lived. This is where strength is restored, where softness is protected, where identity is realigned, because the woman we are becoming is not built only by habits. She is sustained by grace. Even 5 minutes can change the tone of your entire week. A whispered prayer, a passage read slowly, a journal line of gratitude. When you begin your week here, you stop chasing peace and start carrying it, and that peace flows into everything. Your hygiene, your home, your nourishment, your connection, it becomes visible. Not loud, but felt. This is how you return to the woman God created you to be, not through striving, but through surrender. A soft luxury life is not built in one grand moment. It is created through small sacred choices to care for your vessel, to nurture your sanctuary, to nourish with intention, to connect with presence, and to return to your source. If this spoke to you, take one small step this week, not for perfection, but for peace. And if you are ready to build this lifestyle with deeper structure and guidance, this is exactly what we cultivate inside. The Return to Elegance Masterclass. The link is below. Whenever you feel ready, I'll see you in the next one.